back, V-Kids, to this week's episode of the V-Kids Show, starring me, Mr. T-Mac,
and me, Mr. Nate.
And this week, we played a little Jeopardy, learning about our Old Testament Bible characters.
Oh, I actually love Jeopardy. I always wondered what it would be like to be the host of a Jeopardy show.
You kind of do look like Steve Harvey. Just a tiny bit, but yeah. People always wanted to be on my own show and play Jeopardy.
Huh. What are you looking at?
Oh, over here in this corner.
Oh.
All right, for this week we have one of my favorites. We're doing Bible trivia, and it is a fun one.
Oh my gosh, I love Bible trivia! Oh, okay, I'll do Genesis for 100.
All right, well, someone is excited. All right, for our first question, who created the heavens and the earth?
Oh, I know this one. Okay,
All right, you can do it. Come on.
Sorry. Can someone turn the heat off in here? I'm sweating a little bit.
All right, that is all the time you have. The correct answer was God. Hey man, are you doing all right?
Yeah, maybe that's not a good idea.
Dude, I look sweet in a stash.
You know what I realized when we were recording that whole thing? That Steve Harvey does Family Feud, not Jeopardy. Anyways, let's get into our next segment, which is the memory verse.
Let's get over there.
All right, real quick, let's go over this month's memory verse. Found in Genesis 39:2a. You ready? The Lord was with Joseph, so he succeeded in everything he did. Genesis 39:2a. In opera. The Lord was with Joseph, so he succeeded in everything he did. Genesis 39:2a. All right, underwater. All right, normally, last one. The Lord was with Joseph, so he succeeded in everything he did. Genesis 39:2a.
I'm sorry.
Let's help out Mr. Nate next week. All right, so as we said, this week we went over a little Jeopardy to study our Old Testament characters. So for those of you that weren't here or want to test yourselves, let's see what you got. First up, Adam and Eve. What tree did God tell Adam and Eve not to eat from? The tree of knowledge of good and evil. Did you get that right?
And how many days did it take for God to create the world? Did you get 6 days? Good.
All right, Noah. Why did God choose Noah out of all the people on the earth? Because God saw him as the only righteous person on earth.
All right. And how many of each animal was there on Noah's Ark? Oops. Well, if you got 2, you are right and you're on the money.
All right, Abraham. Did Abraham have any kids when God first called him? The answer is no, but he was called later the father of many nations.
All right. Abraham. Another question for Abraham. What did God tell Abraham he'd do for him? He'd make him the father. Wait, what? He'd make him into a great nation?
Huh? He'd make him into a great nation, and he'd have, there's 2 answers, and he'd have many descendants, as many as there are stars in the sky.
Well, if that's your answer, you're right.
Guy doesn't even know how to read. All right, Jacob. What did Jacob steal from his brother Esau? Correct, his blessing.
All right. And Jacob ended up wrestling with a man who ended up actually being. Did you say God? Good.
All right, last two. Why did Joseph's brothers sell him into slavery? They were jealous of him and also angry about his dreams that said they bow down to him.
And the last question is, what happened at the end of the story of Joseph? He forgave his brothers for selling him, and he blessed them with land and food. And that's it we have for trivia.
All right, well, if you got all those right, I will give you a piece of candy if you watch this video and come Sunday. So just let me know, say, Mr. T-Mac, I got all those questions right. All right, we will see you next week on the V-Kids Show. As always, make sure you check us out and tune in.
All right.